Good morning. Today we'll go through a poem, a very good poem, a very small poem, and the name of the poem is The Squirrel. Squirrel, all of you know, हिंदी we call it गिलहरी. हिंदी में हम सब गिलहरी बोलते हैं इसको. And you can see in the picture also. You may have seen a squirrel sitting on the ground eating a nut. Eating nut, ground nuts, etc. is the favorite food of a squirrel. You must have seen it. What did it look like? How does it look? Here is a poet's description of just such a squirrel. In this poem, the poet describes such kind of a squirrel. So he wore a question mark for tail. He refers to the squirrel. The poet refers to the squirrel, a male squirrel. He says he wore, wear, to cover. He wore a question mark for tail. Tail of the squirrel, as it is turned from the top and its shape has become like a question mark. All of you are familiar with question mark, and you can see in the picture also. So he says the appearance of the tail of the squirrel looked like a question mark. An overcoat of grey. It has covered itself. It is wearing its hair as if it is an overcoat of grey color. Grey is neither white nor black, either in between. It's a grey color. So the tail of the squirrel looked like a question mark, and it seems it has covered itself with a overcoat of grey color. He sat up straight to eat a nut. The squirrel is sitting up straight to eat a nut. It's eating a nut and has kept its body in a straight line. He liked to tease and play. What is the habit of the squirrel? The squirrel's habit is to tease, to show others, to make others envious, to show, chidhana. He liked to tease and play. The habit, the nature of the squirrel is to tease others and play, and to live joyfully. And if he ran around his tree, and if we happen to go to the tree on which this squirrel is sitting and enjoying the nuts, very quickly he went the other way. The squirrel will leave that place and will go to the other side, and you will not be able to catch it. In this way, it plays with you and goes to the other side. This is a very small poem written by Mildred Bowers Armstrong. So the poet very beautifully describes a squirrel, that how the squirrel wears a question mark, or how the squirrel's tail is paunch. So how its tail takes the form of a question mark, how its grey hair looks like it's wearing an overcoat, how straightly it sits for eating nuts, how it likes to tease and play, how the squirrel has the habit of teasing others, or it seems when it eats the groundnut, it seems it teasing you and play. And if we ran around his tree, if we happen to go near to the tree of the squirrel goes to the other way, to the other side, to the opposite side. Thank you.